Hi there, my name's Kaylee and today I am going to be showing you how to draw SpongeBob. So it's only a few simple steps. We start drawing from a square and then at the end of it you've got a lovely 3D SpongeBob who is standing under the sea, and you can add as many details as you like to it. So it's going to look a little bit like this. Here he is, arms spread open wide, he's having a good time, and you will be able to draw exactly this within about 20 minutes. You can add in Patrick beside him, you could have Gary, you could have his pineapple under the sea. It is totally up to yourself. But yeah, let me turn my camera around and I'm going to show you step by step how to draw and colour this in. Enjoy! So to start off with our SpongeBob, we first need to draw a square, and however big you want your SpongeBob, just make that your square. I'm going to make mine nice in the middle of the page, and just like this, and try and get your lines as straight as you can. Keep them nice and even. There we go, and this is going to be his face. After that, we're then going to add on a little bit at the bottom, a long rectangle just going along the bottom like this, and this is going to be his shirt and trousers. Now just draw your lines as many times as you need until you get the one you like. Then you can always rub out any others. Don't be scared of rubbing things out if you need to. All artists do this. There we go. Just going to draw that along. There you go. So you just have a really neat square and rectangle underneath. To the side, we're going to draw a line a wee bit diagonal coming down like this. And then this one is going to be a wee bit diagonal up that way. So take this one up to this corner and this one down to this corner. You then want to draw a straight line just joining them up. And if I'm going too fast for you, just pause the video and you can go a little bit slower if you need to. We're then going to bring this line going all the way down and a diagonal line that way as well. So this is, you're seeing a little bit of the side of him here because he's 3D. Once we've got that in, we're going to put in some arms. And the arms are like a triangle shape that go to this side. So just draw a little bit of a triangle, and we can change this later on, but this is us putting in our bare bones of what SpongeBob looks like. This side, you don't see quite as much of the arms, you only see a little tiny bit like this. So just mark that in. It's just a little tiny bit that sort of pokes out. You can even bring that and go a bit flatter. And then we're going to put some arms in. So this is the start where he's still got a little bit of his shirt, and then his arms come out like this. So you want to draw really thin lines close together, really skinny arm, and you're going to draw a circle on the end of it like that. And once you've got the circle on the end, you're then going to draw one sausage here for the thumb, and then 3 sausages for his fingers, because he's not got as many fingers as us, he's only got 4. And you're going to do exactly the same over this side. So again, little skinny arm, circle, and then 1 sausage for the thumb, 1, 2, 3 for his fingers. And that's us done our arms. And we're going to go over all the lines after this to make it really neat. It's always good to just draw in a little bit first with our kind of outlines. We're now going to add in the legs. In the legs, you've got just a wee bit of the trouser coming down like that. Or shorts, it's kind of like little shorts he's wearing, isn't it? And another one there as well. Then we're going to put in 2 wee legs, so same as the arms, same kind of width as you've got up here. 2 lines coming down. And then we're going to draw 1 circle and then another circle. It might look a wee bit strange just now. but it's going to look like his shoes. So you've got one circle, another circle, and a little rectangle just underneath that circle like that. You're probably thinking, what are you doing, Kaylee? But I promise it'll work. Then going to draw the same on the other leg. Circle, bigger circle, and a little rectangle underneath. Now we're going to go around all our outlines just now, and once we've done that, it's time to put our face in and all our little details like his shirt and tie, all round about here. So the first thing we're going to do is make him look like a sponge, because that's what he is. And to do that, instead of having these straight lines here, we're going to make this into a wavy line like this. And the top one's going to be wavy. And then the wave is going to come all the way down this side as well. And all the way along the bottom. So you're just using these lines as a wee bit of a guideline of where you're going to put in all the other bits. You have a wavy line there, and bottom, and wavy lines coming down. There we go. So basically the whole sponge bit is the top. And what you can do now is just rub out any of the lines that you didn't need from before. And this will look a lot clearer on the camera for you as well. Oh, look at that. He's definitely sponge shaped now, isn't he? Oh, I'm loving it. You can rub out that little line in there as well. You don't need that one, because this is on top. Okay, now these lines just stay the same, so you can go over them a wee bit heavier if you want, but they don't change, they just stay the same as they are. And for the arm, what we want to do is we've got this triangle in just now. We're going to draw a little curve in there, and we're going to bring the arm a little bit further down. And then you can rub out this little line in here, and it makes him look like his arm's coming out of his sleeve. And this bit's going to be white. When we colour it in, that'll be white. A little bit like his shirt down here. So for that hand, what you're going to do is go right the way up the arm. You're going to come round the circle of the hand, out for the thumb, in for the hand, and then out for all the fingers like this. Round the side of the hand and back down. And you can rub out all these little lines in the middle that you used as your guide. So you're basically just going round the outside of everything you've already put in, all the little sausages. And when you go round the outside, you end up with a hand. And you can add just a little line like that, and that just makes it look a wee bit more hand-like. We're going to do exactly the same on this hand as well. So we'll go, the shirt just stays the same as it is for this one. And we're going to bring this up, go round the thumb, round the fingers, and back down. And rub out all the lines you don't need anymore. And you can do the same with this little curve. Just tidy up any little bits that you maybe need to. And we've got a hand. Next up, we'll do the legs. So these bits just stay the same, no changes there. And for the shoes, so you come down the side of your legs and you want a little curve here, and you can rub out this line. Okay, so you're just having a curve there. Then we're going to do shoes. So the shoes come round this circle, down, up, right the way round the rectangle bit, and circle up. And then you can rub out all these little lines that you don't need. It looks like a shoe. How cool is that? Right, we'll do the same for the other one. So if you missed that the first time round, you'll see it again. Remember, you can always pause the video if you need to. So you're going to come down, you're going to round this off at the leg and rub out this little line in here. You're then going to come round this circle down, up and round here, up into a triangle, round that rectangle at the bottom and round the back of the shoe like that. He's got funny shaped shoes. Like that. There you go, you've got shoes on. And now it's time for our detail. So we're going to start putting his clothes on. We're going to have his face in the middle as well. So we'll start with the easy bit. The shoes, we've got a little circle on either one at the top here. And that's going to work as our highlight. So this bit's going to stay white and the rest of the shoe goes black. Then I'm going to add in little socks. So you still see a wee bit of his yellow leg here. And these are white with our little stripes on them, but we'll do that with the coloured pencil. I'm just tidying up little bits as I go along. So for his trousers and his shirt, you want to take a line just right in the middle and a wee diagonal one here. So straight along, and that's going to be his trousers here and his shirt here. And he's got a wee shirt and tie that come out from underneath his sponge here. So if you want to add a little triangle like this, 1, another triangle, a wee bit smaller, 2, and another triangle, 3. And you can just go around the outside if it's not heavy enough. There we go. And this is going to be shirt collars, and this is going to be his tie. And his tie comes down into a diamond shape. So you can roughly mark in the diamond shape like that, and then just bring it down. And rub out this little line in here for the trousers because his tie comes over the top of his trousers. And now he's got his shirt tie on. He's starting to look even more Spongebobby. And we can add in a belt as well. So the belt kind of comes just underneath the diamond here on either side, wee rectangles. And they're going to be black. Oh, I shouldn't shade them in, I should wait for the coloured pencil. It's alright. And you've got another little rectangle along here. And another rectangle along here. We're going to have a couple of rectangles. There we go. Now it's time for his face. This is the fun bit. So we're going to have our eyes first, and the eyes are basically just 2 big circles like this, and they overlap a little bit in the middle. So just practice getting those 2 circles about the same size with a wee bit of an overlap. There we go. Bring that one out a wee bit, and you can rub out any lines that you don't need. You know, you might be going along going, oh, that's not quite right. You're then going to add in a little bit of a cheek. So he's got a big smile and it comes up to a wee bit of a cheek here. So you want a wee bit of an overlap in this eye, and you're just going to do a wee curve. Oh, it's a wee bit short. A wee curve like this. Then we've got our nose. So the nose comes up over this eye and it's like a big sausage shape. So you're just going to draw in sausage like this over the top of this eye. So you want it coming out a wee bit further here and down. You're then going to add in the mouth. Now the mouth is like a smile that comes right the way under and up towards the cheek like this. That's how he looks when he's got his mouth closed. But normally he's got his mouth open, so we'll be drawing him with his mouth open. Take that up there. And then you're going to add on 2 little rectangles for his front teeth. You've got a little rectangle here and a little rectangle here. They're probably more like squares, aren't they? There we go. And then from the top here, you're going to bring this down underneath the teeth. Start straightening out a wee bit, and bring it up just underneath that tooth there. And this is his open mouth. Oh, look, he's starting to look happy now. I love it. And then under his chin, he's just got a little bit of a wave like this. And go. So let's just add in a few more details round about the eyes and mouth. We'll start with the mouth. So from this side, you're going to do a little line just like that to join the mouth onto the nose. You're going to add a little curve at this side as well of his mouth. That's making him look even happier, isn't it? And he's got 3 little freckles on his cheek. So you can do 3 little dots. We're then going to add in the tongue. And the tongue comes from this side in a little curve and then a wee curve on top as well. As simple as that. Depending how wide open his mouth is, yours might look a little bit different. That's okay, he's just got a different expression on. And we want to add in 3 eyelashes on each eye, and they're quite thick eyelashes. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now his eyeballs are one circle like this, and this is the iris of the eye. So this is the coloured bit of the eye. He's got blue eyes. And then you've got the pupil, which is in the middle, and this is dark. So you've got another little circle in the middle, and you can do that in this one as well. So you've got the blue bit, which is the iris, and the dark bit, which is the pupil. Now we've only got 2 more steps to go, and that's us drawing SpongeBob. You should be so happy with yourself. Right, now we're going to take a line for the nose. So just before you've started here, kind of right in between the eyes, you're going to take a line going up and down and just stop it a little bit short. And then you're going to rub out these lines that you don't need. He's got his nose. And the last bit is just fixing these eyes here. So you've got a little bit of an overlap in the middle. So you're going to make this eye overlap that one. So you can rub out a little bit in there and just go over any lines that you maybe need to redo if you need to tidy them up. And you can rub out this little bit in the cheek as well so that the cheek is overlapping this eye. And there you've got SpongeBob. So well done if you made it that far. It's now time to colour if you want to. So I'm going to make colouring really easy. I've got 7 colours here and they're all just normal colours, and these are the colours of SpongeBob. So you don't need too many colours to be able to colour him in. We're going to start first with the yellow because obviously he is a big yellow sponge. So let's get shading that in first of all. And when you're colouring in, just try and be as neat as you can on the lines. If you go outside the lines, you can just rub it out, don't worry too much. And I'm going to take this all the way round. And he's got some little spots on him as well, which we're going to do in the green. So let's just get a wee bit of yellow going all the way around. And his nose. On his lip. And go over the top here. Still got his eyelashes to put in dark as well. And if you've got pens, you could use pens, you could use paints. I'm just using colouring pencils because I think they give you a nice texture. They're good for practising if you're wanting to do some shading. And I just find them most fun to work with, to be honest. It's totally up to you. And he's also got yellow hands, so you can colour in his hands and arms. Like this. Colour in this arm as well. Go. And a little bit of his leg on show there as well, so that's just like his wee knees. And these are socks that are underneath. So that's just got our yellow in. We're going to add on the little spots that he's got all over. We'll just use a wee green pencil. If you've got a dark yellow, then that works good as well. But I'm just going to use a green, and I'm going to use it really lightly. And he's got a wee spot up here. This is kind of spongy texture, isn't it? He's got a small one here, and then a larger one. And he's got a big one here, and then a smaller one. So you could even pause this as you're going along, and then kind of see the final one and add these in if you like. I'm just copying a wee picture of SpongeBob to check they're all in the right places. Got a bigger one there, smaller one, and then a bigger one again. And that's us, we've got our main spots in for SpongeBob. Next up we've got the blue, which is going to go in for his eyes. So I've used a nice light blue, it's got really bright eyes. And you just want to go around them like that. And the only other little bit of blue, he's got a wee blue stripe in here on his socks. Like that. And that's all our blue in. Now the only wee bit to finish off his eyes here, I'm just going to shade in his eyelashes. If you've got a black pencil, you could use black pencil, or you can just use your normal one that you used before. Make those a wee bit darker. Like that. Now let's get his mouth. So we're going to use a purple, just for the inside of his mouth here. It's a wee bit darker in the back, like this. And then he's got a little bit pink for his tongue. And that's all the pink and purple that we really need to use. His wee chin down here is normally kind of pinky colour, so you could always go over the top like that as well. Now for red, he's got a red tie. So let's get shading in his red tie, like this. And a little red line around his socks. And the only other colour we've got left is our brown, and the brown is for his trousers, because he's got a white shirt, so if you've used white paper, you can just leave it all white. And his socks are white as well, his wee sleeves here as well, so keep those all white. And the little trouser legs as well are brown. Got his trousers all coloured in now, and the only thing left which you might want to add in is his shoes. So his shoes are black, or you can just use the pencil that you used before. I don't mind mine being a wee bit, just the grey pencil sort of works for me. Go. And that one as well. And remember to leave that little circle white, because that's like a little highlight on his shoe. And there you've got SpongeBob. So it's up to yourself. You could add in a bit of a background. You could have, like, for example, little bits from under the sea. You could have like rocks at the front, some reeds coming up. You have to think about what SpongeBob's got under the sea. You know, you could be drawing Patrick beside him. You could have Gary. You could have his pineapple in the background here. But it's up to you. You have a little think about what you want to put in your picture. Be nice and creative and come up with some nice ideas as well. And you can just colour those in as well if you want. Give them a shade and have lots of really cool bits and pieces all over the place. I'd love to see some pineapples under the sea, little pineapple home if you've got it. You could be colouring in blue all round them as well if you wanted, if you'd rather have like he's actually under the sea. Or you could just keep it white in the background as well. It's totally up to you. There we go. Right, so that is you've drawn SpongeBob. We'd love to see them, so if you've got them, please post them on social media and let us see.